It's Saturday, and you know what we do every Saturday? We do Garden Tour Saturday 2023. I'm doing the backyard today, and anyone can join in. You can join in once in a while or every Saturday. Feel free to do so. And we love having you here. You can have any size garden you want to share with us. Now let's go check out my co-hostesses. Go over and check out Patricia's channel. She's an awesome creator and she has a beautiful garden. She always shares all her beautiful flowers and vegetables with us. She loves to garden like Grandma, and she does a wonderful job and shares lots of different things with us. And here's another one of my wonderful co-hostess. She does a beautiful job on Garden Tour Saturday also. Look at all the beautiful tomatoes she's sharing today. Go over and check out her wonderful channel. It's always wonderful going over there and seeing what she has to share. And here is one more of my wonderful garden buddies, co-hostess. She is so sweet and has so much great content on her channel. Make sure to go over and check her out also. Now let's go see what Grandma did this week, and we're doing the backyard. Hope you enjoy what I'm going to share, and we have a few new blooms and a surprise at the end of the video of a new project. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am so happy to see so many of you here for Garden Tour Saturday. We do Garden Tour Saturday every Saturday. Anyone can join in once in a while or every time. Just make sure you put hashtag Garden Tour Saturday on it. And we'd love to have you join in with anything you'd like. It can be something very small, like a few containers around your front door, or maybe even a little garden in your windowsill. Or you can do a nice garden video of your front yard one week and do another video the next week of your back. Or if you have a lot of acreage, you could make any kind of display you want to do and share your beautiful garden with us. Like I said, you can do it once in a while or every week. We always love seeing and hearing from our awesome friends. These are some new flowers that came up. They're really bulbs, and how beautiful they are looking. I almost waited a little too long to share them with you. As you can see, some of them are starting to fade. But I can't wait to share what I always have growing in my garden. There's always something new and something fading, but we always have something new to share every Saturday, and I love sharing my new flowers with you every time. We have some more that are blooming I'm going to share a little later on. As you can see, the garden is becoming very full. The plants are all doing good, and it's been really hot and humid. Going to get in here and clean this backyard up a little bit in the back area in the next couple of weeks. And please stay until the end, and I'm going to share with you a new project that I'm going to be doing this next couple of weeks, and I'm sharing you the very beginning to the very end for you can see the progress and what's happening. As you see, my succulents are all doing very well and looking beautiful in the garden. The whole garden is full of so much life and blooms and flowers. The blackberries are going everywhere. About 100 feet of blackberries now are going along the back fence. I couldn't believe how many blackberries I had this year. Most of them are fading now, but they had blackberries for a couple of months, so it was really wonderful. We're going to get here and pull out some grass, trim back some succulents, and make some new fairy gardens from my trimmings. I'm trying to see how many fairy gardens I can do without spending any money. And as you can see, my wonderful plant here is starting to have little yellow flowers. Isn't it looking beautiful? There's always something blooming in the garden. Always enjoy my beautiful garden. And if I walk around and look hard enough, I can always find something that is blooming. That's the best part of having a garden. Always something. And here's the mother plant and the babies coming up underneath her. She's protecting those sweet little succulents, isn't she? Aren't they beautiful? I will probably have to put them in a bigger container next year because they're already starting to get really big in that container. I still have to take some of my things down. I'm probably going to do it in another week or so. Probably will leave out my dragonflies. They're so pretty, and I have several of them out in my garden. And I hope you enjoy the garden tour Saturday. I'm sorry the lighting wasn't too good today. Couldn't get up early enough to take pictures while the lighting was better. Oh well, we just do the best we can. And as you can see, we have some Swiss chard out in my garden. I love trying to grow a food forest. There's always something growing, something reseeding itself and coming back all by itself. I haven't planted any Swiss chard in my garden in 8 years. Every year it comes back all by itself, and I always have something to go out and pick and eat. That's the best part of having a food forest. Oh yeah, I love my garden, and I love sharing it with all of you. And we have a lot more to do and clean up and share. As you see, my big mushroom needs to be cleaned up around, and we need to put a little fairy garden on it. It's been a while since I've shared it in a post. And of course, you know I love my dragonflies. Are they not beautiful? Those I've had this year, they're sort of newer, but I'm still enjoying them. And some of my 4th of July and Memorial Day decorations are going to get packed away soon. But they have lasted really good since I only paid $1.25 for them. And as you can see, I have a lot of containers and plants in them. I'm going to try to get more of a container garden going in my garden this coming year because I'm getting older by the minute and I need to make my gardening and my displays a little bit easier for me to do. And I'm going to get some more of this stuff cut back and cleaned up in the next couple of weeks, my dear friends. Hopefully we'll come back and see something beautiful to share. Look at my beautiful, beautiful accessories I have all around my garden. I try to every year buy a few new things for my garden. But as you can see, it is totally full and it looks beautiful. There's not an inch that isn't something planted in. And like I said, the blackberries are going crazy. This is my favorite thing to do, is to share my garden with you all. And we're going to have a lot more things next year to share because I'm going to get a lot more containers to plant in. You can barely tell what I have here. It's so full of life. I can't believe how much is growing in this garden this year and where we've come from, and every year the garden looks different. That's another thing I love about gardening and letting the garden do what it wants to do. I love it. Now, this is our new project. As you can see, it's a really big hot mess, but we're going to get in here and get it cleaned up. That's another bad thing or a good thing about a garden. You constantly have to redo it, and I am putting down these beautiful pavers for I can put my containers on it, and I think it's going to be beautiful. It needs to still be leveled some more. I still need to get some more grass pulled out and some other things. There's a lot of plants in here, and there's a lot of containers. So it will look very, very pretty in a few more weeks. Going to move these pavers around a little more, pull all my pots out, and then I'm going to clean and organize my fairy gardens and bring a lot more containers around the garden and put them more into one place, for I can share the fullness of my fairy garden. I have probably 100 fairy gardens, and it's hard keeping up with them. They're just everywhere. So we're going to get in here and get this all cleaned up, make it beautiful once again, get a bunch of pretty flowers in here, and get all my fairy garden containers brought back over here where they belong. I can't wait to share my fairy gardens with you once they get cleaned up. I never get them all cleaned up at once because as I'm cleaning some up and replanting them, I have others that look horrible again. So we just constantly have to redo and repurpose our fairy gardens. I have lots and lots of fairy garden supplies. I've been growing fairy gardens for 9 years, so I have a lot of beautiful fairy gardens accessories, so I can't wait to start decorating. There won't be a lot of money spent except maybe on a few plants. I'm going to be doing most of the new fairy gardens, not all, but most with succulents from now on. It is cheaper for me and the fairy gardens look better longer, and that's my goal for this coming year.